Hi, my loves, and welcome to your reading. All right, if you've already seen the title, then you know exactly why you're here today. This is going to be a general collective reading, so just remember to trust your intuition as you listen. Take whatever resonates with you, let it guide you, and simply leave behind anything that doesn't feel like it's meant for you. All right, my loves, we're going to start off with the Spirit and Shadow Oracle today and see what messages want to come through for you, what you need to know right now, and what's moving in the energy. So, first out we have creation, followed by protection, then seduction. Oh, okay, interesting. Let's pay attention here. And next we've got exile and the moon. All right, so already this is painting a picture. There's something hidden here, something that's unfolding behind the scenes. It feels like a situation being created or worked on energetically, but it's not fully revealed yet. Now, with seduction sitting right in the middle of these cards, I'm instantly getting the sense of temptation, distraction, or even manipulation at play. But notice how we also pulled protection and exile. This is that classic message. Rejection is God's protection. Something or someone is being removed, distanced, or blocked from you, and it's not by accident. Spirit is saying there's purpose in this. Let's dig into this seduction energy a little more. What is this about? We've got the King of Swords. And oh wow, here comes the Queen of Swords with the world. Okay, I already see where this is headed, and honestly, it's a storyline that's been popping up again and again. So let's just call it out. This is pointing toward a third-party situation. What I'm seeing here is a King of Swords who is tied up, almost trapped, with this Queen of Swords energy. There's a cycle here that absolutely needs to close. And deep down, this person knows it. Meanwhile, you, the collective, are being divinely protected. If you've been left in the dark, if there's silence, distance, or just confusion around this person, it's happening for your highest good. Spirit doesn't want you entangled in their current mess because, honestly, you can see it, right? You can feel the heaviness of what they're living in. Now, looping back to creation and the moon, this tells me something new is being formed, even if you can't see it yet. Plans are being made, movement is brewing, but it's still hidden in the shadows. All of this is unfolding as this person tries to figure out how to disentangle themselves from what I can only describe as snake energy. Deceptive, toxic, and binding. And look at this. Right behind that, we have the Wheel of Fortune and the Nine of Pentacles. That's Spirit saying the tables are turning. You're stepping into your independence, your glow up, your divine timing. So, to sum this up, there's a hidden creation in motion, divine protection around you, and a karmic cycle playing out with this King and Queen of Swords dynamic. It may feel unclear right now, but trust, things are aligning exactly as they should. All right, guys. Well, you know what? This clearly wanted to come through. So, I guess somebody out there really needs to hear this message today. If you know your person is in a situation like this, then just keep in mind, roles can always be reversed. So if it fits more for you than for them, go ahead and swap the energy. Now, let's talk about this creation energy. We pulled the Chariot, and honestly, this is someone who wants to move forward into a brand new life. They're tired of being stuck where they are. There's very strong Cancerian energy here. And with the sun showing up at the bottom of the deck, along with the Six of Cups, this feels like somebody who wants to build a new life with a soulmate from the past, or even a past life connection. And yes, that would be you. So, here's the story. Someone is caught in a situation that they now realize was built on lies and illusions. I'm getting the sense that this person may have been promised the world. Maybe this Queen of Swords energy told them, this is where you belong. This is your future. I can give you everything. But in reality, it was nothing but a trap. It was a snake energy, keeping them bound, stuck, and unable to move freely. Then we've got protection and exile, which is interesting. It's almost like Spirit has been removing this person from what doesn't serve them, pushing them toward the path they're really meant to walk. And I just have to say this because it's standing out. Behind that Six of Cups we saw earlier, right next to the sun, is the Eight of Cups, which tells me this person knows they have to walk away from what no longer fulfills them. They're realizing the truth, and honestly, the message couldn't be clearer. Okay, so let's talk about this protection energy for a second. What's that about? Well, the Five of Cups and the Nine of Swords literally flew out together. Yeah, that's heavy. This tells me straight up that if you're in no contact with this person, they definitely don't want you to know what they're going through right now. They're trying to keep it hidden. We've also got the Six of Swords and the Three of Pentacles, which shows me that they're trying to carefully navigate whatever situation they're in. It looks tricky, almost like walking on thin ice. And honestly, I can feel that you are really feeling the weight of their absence. You're grieving the loss, you're stressing, maybe even up at night, wondering if this person will ever be able to move away from this snake energy or toxic influence that's wrapped around them. But here's the thing, you may not realize it right now, but this separation is actually serving as protection for you. Spirit is keeping you out of the mess, because if you were directly tied into what they're going through, it could easily drag you down too. It's not easy to accept, but it's necessary. That's why I feel like we're going to have to do 2 spreads here. One on this person and one on you, because the messages are coming through very clearly that this isn't just about them. It's about the way Spirit is safeguarding you. Now, let's take a look at this exile energy. Why is that here? We've got the Queen of Wands. So, yeah, this person may have stepped back, walked away, or even shut you out. And I'm going to tell you right now, if they did that, it was to protect you and this connection. It doesn't make it hurt any less, but that's the underlying reason. On the other hand, for some of you, maybe you were the one who had to walk away because deep down you knew you had to protect yourself. That's valid too. The Nine of Wands at the bottom and the Ten of Swords show me this person is seriously struggling with being separated from you. They're exhausted, but at the same time, they feel completely stuck in whatever mess they're sitting in. And here's the kicker, the Nine of Cups with Justice came out. That tells me they're not happy where they are, they can't even fully enjoy anything, because there's this constant pull toward what's fair, what's right, and honestly, toward you. It feels like this is an ongoing story, a continuation, and it's far from over. All right, loves, let's go ahead and shift into the tarot because I really want to dig into this. Actually, you know what? Let's lay this out properly. We're going to pull your person's energy first, then we'll look at the mutual energy between you two, and finally, we'll check in on the other energy, the Queen of Swords that keeps showing up here. That way, we can get the full picture before we move into a full spread and see what's really going on between you and this person. So, starting with your person's energy in this connection, the one they feel they've been seduced by, almost trapped in, it's coming out loud and clear. The Scorpion energy shows up and you can't make this up. There's fire, there's anger, there's defensiveness. The Wolf comes through as well, which tells me this person is stepping into their strength, standing their ground, not willing to roll over anymore. It feels like they've had enough. I honestly think this person is waking up like a real awakening. They're realizing that this Queen of Swords has been trying to keep them stuck, wrapped in some kind of illusion, maybe even manipulation. But the thing is, they see it now. They're no longer blind to it, and they're definitely not taking the nonsense anymore. That's really what it boils down to. Someone finally standing up for themselves and refusing to stay in the trap. All right, so what's the mutual energy between the two of you? We've got the Crow showing up, and with that, it's like there's this deep inner knowing, almost like this silent truth, that something here has already run its course, like it's done. Both of you kind of feel it, even if no one's saying it out loud. Now, why is the Crow here for your person specifically? We've got the Six of Swords and the Three of Pentacles. That right there is their intuition screaming at them, guiding them, like, okay, it's time to move forward. It's time to rebuild. Time to cooperate with the flow of life. Their inner compass is very clear. This cycle is closing out. But then, look how it loops back. We're right back to the Sun and the Six of Cups. That's telling me that what they really want is to head in your direction, to reconnect with something pure and familiar, something that feels like home. So even though there's this ending energy, there's also this pull, this undeniable knowing that their happiness, their warmth lies with you. It's like the Crow is that messenger, saying, you both feel the truth of this shift, but at the same time, it's pointing toward where the light actually is. So what about this other person? What's going on with that Queen of Swords energy here? We've got the unicorn and the dragonfly showing up, and honestly, this is giving straight up master manipulator, illusion worker vibes. Whoever your person is dealing with, This Queen of Swords type figure, they may even have some sort of intuitive gifts or abilities. It's like they know how to work energy, or at least they think they do. They carry themselves like they're rare, special, the one-of-a-kind unicorn. In their mind, they believe they deserve to be treated that way by your person, almost like your person should worship them. But here's the thing. The dragonfly comes in to expose it. That's illusion energy. It's smoke and mirrors. Whatever facade they've been projecting, it's not real. Now, when I asked specifically about this unicorn for the Queen of Swords, the wheel came out. That tells me there's already this knowing that the time is running out. Cycles are shifting. Karmic debt is catching up. And look at the bottom of the deck. King of Swords, Two of Cups, the Star, and then the Tower. That lineup is huge. Notice something. In the traditional order, the Star comes after the Tower, but here it's reversed. The Star shows up before. That's significant. What does it mean? This person built a false reality. They created this illusion of hope, this glittery star energy, and sold it to your person as if it was some destined, once-in-a-lifetime connection. But it wasn't. It was fabricated, manipulated, a false narrative carefully spun to keep your person locked in. And now, the Tower's here. That illusion is crumbling. The truth is breaking through, and the mask is slipping. This isn't destiny. It's a manipulation disguised as fate. Tell me about the crow for them, though. Honestly, I'm just getting the sense that this person is the crow in general. We've got the Seven of Wands, the Ace of Swords, and the Six of Wands. What does that tell me? This person is actively blocking the truth. They know it, they see it, but they refuse to admit it. Instead, they push it away, deny it, all because they're clinging to this idea of victory. The Six of Wands. That could be status, reputation, appearances, wanting to be seen a certain way by others. And here's the kicker. This person walks around like they're the unicorn, like they're some rare, magical being who should be adored, praised, maybe even worshipped. But when we pull the Death card with Temperance right after, oh no, they feel it. They know the transformation is unavoidable. They know something here is done, no matter how much they deny it. They're not blind to it. They're just fighting it. Meanwhile, they're out here trying to parade around, pretending like, oh no, everything's fine. We still have this magical connection, this bond. But the reality, your person, or maybe even you, is like, nope, that's over. You can't keep selling me this illusion. So while they act like they're in denial, deep down, they know the truth. Now, let's talk about the dragonfly energy. Seven of Cups, pure illusion, layer after layer of smoke and mirrors. Then we've got the Page of Cups and the Six of Pentacles. For some of you, there might actually be kids involved, and that becomes part of the illusion or manipulation this person tries to use to keep things going, almost like dangling it as a reason to stay stuck. For others of you, this is just showing how childish this person is in love. The Page of Cups here feels immature, emotionally stunted. They want all the attention, all the giving, all the energy from others, but when it comes to reciprocating, Six of Pentacles reversed vibes. It's always uneven. They give crumbs, if anything, but expect the world in return. It's all seduction, all false promises, all fantasy. Nothing solid behind it. Why is the Scorpion showing up for your person? Well, we've got the Page of Swords with the Hierophant. This is them trying to figure out their way out, how to get the hell away from this whole situation. And then at the bottom, there's the Devil. Oh my goodness. That says it all. The King of Pentacles right there too. So, listen, your person knows what this is now. They see it clearly for what it is. They understand that it's a chain. It's toxic. It's an illusion they've been caught up in. And the crazy thing? They're not blind to it anymore. We've also got the Knight of Wands in the Sun, so this person is about ready to break free, bust out of the stables, and come charging straight toward you. And honestly, part of why this is happening is because of the other energy here. They're pushing your person to that breaking point. It's almost like the pressure has built so high, the only option left is escape. Sticky situation? No doubt about it. Now, why is the wolf here? That's your person needing to call on courage, confidence, inner strength. Because to face down this Queen of Swords illusion energy, that's no small task, but they know it's done. We see the Four of Wands with the Two of Wands. That's a decision, that's moving forward. And at the bottom, the Five of Cups and Nine of Swords. Heavy grief, sleepless nights, but also that knowing it's over. Well, you know, the writing's already on the wall. It's done. They see it, they feel it, and now they're planning their next move. That's the energy that keeps coming through. It's a repeated message, loud and clear. Okay, let's hold on a second and actually pull from the tarot here. Because yes, we can see what this person's been stuck in and how they've been trying to maneuver through it. But I want to look deeper, specifically at how they're feeling about you and what their true intentions are in this connection. We get the Tower. They're letting it all collapse. They know this structure can't stand anymore. And then we have the Five of Wands with the Six of Wands. That combination is so telling. They're aware conflict is inevitable. They know there will be struggle, people won't like it, challenges are going to come up, but they honestly don't care anymore. Because to reach that victory, you have to go through the chaos of the five first. That's the breakthrough they're heading into. The Tower is basically their "Eff it, we're done" moment. Now, why the Six of Wands? We get the Seven of Cups and the Two of Pentacles. They're being very calculated here. This isn't reckless. They're weighing their options, considering the possibilities, figuring out which move gets them to that win, that freedom, that recognition. It's about choosing the best way to let this tower fall and still come out standing. At the bottom of the deck, the Hierophant and the Devil. Wow, couldn't be clearer. This is about breaking away from toxic contracts, karmic chains, outdated commitments that have been nothing but restrictive. The energy screams karmic endings, and it fits perfectly with where we're at. This is an 8-year, the year of karmic cycles closing out, lessons ending, and people finally saying enough. So if this resonates with you, there's something major shifting in your person's world. But I'll say it again, this is general. Always use your intuition. If you know deep down that your person is too scared or too stuck to ever break free, then this probably isn't your story. But for someone out there, this is somebody ready to throw their hands up, walk away from the mess, and just be done. All right, let's roll with this, starting off with the Five of Wands. 5. Wow. Big change, serious shifts coming through. We're seeing the two fives bookending each other here, and that's no small thing. This person knows plain and simple that the divorce, the separation, whatever this break is, it's going to stir up conflict. But here's the thing, they don't care. Because the pain of staying where they are, stuck in that mess, is far worse than whatever chaos comes with breaking free. Now the Tower clarified by the Seven of Wands, that's powerful. They've reached the point where they've got to stand tall, defend themselves, and just let the whole false structure collapse. And don't miss this. They're disappointed, yeah, deeply in being away from you. It sits heavy with them. And check this out, 5, 6, 7. That's not random, that's sequential energy. It's like gears turning, one after the other. Something has been set in motion that cannot be undone. A chain reaction is unfolding here, and it feels inevitable. This person, sitting in the Seven of Wands energy, has just had enough. Enough of the lies, the pressure, the manipulation on their side. They're standing their ground. It's like they're saying, fine, bring the Tower, let it all fall apart. Because the truth is, their person already senses it too. That tower is cracking, the facade's collapsing, and there's no rebuilding it this time. Why is the Tower here? Well, the answer is you. You've been the catalyst, the motivation that pushed this person to finally fight back. They were trapped before, locked in that snake-like seduction, tricked into believing it was their 10 of Cups, the dream life they always wanted. But you opened their eyes. You showed them what was real, what love actually feels like, and what illusion they were living under. This whole energy screams one thing. It's about you. It's always been about you. And now, this person feels ready. Ready to fight for this connection, to do whatever it takes, to tear down whatever walls stand in the way. Why is the Five of Wands here? The world. Yeah, this person is tired of all the back and forth, the constant push and pull. They're done with the chaos. They know what they want now, crystal clear, and it's you. The world shows they're ready to shut the door on the old cycle and finally put an end to it. Why is the Six of Wands here? Page of Swords. So, right now, they're watching, planning, paying close attention to how they can actually make this happen. They see a pathway to victory, but it's not one they can just rush into. This person feels like they need to do it the right way, carefully and strategically. Because whoever they're tied to, the Queen of Swords energy, they're sharp, they're calculated, and not someone you just cut loose from overnight. They know it's not as simple as snapping their fingers and suddenly being free. There's a process here. And part of that process is protecting you, keeping you out of the line of fire. I don't even think this other person knows about you, and that might be intentional. Why is the Page of Swords here? 9 of Cups. Because at the end of the day, they just want to be happy. That's what this whole thing boils down to. Wish fulfillment, emotional contentment, choosing joy over struggle. Tell me more about this Page of Swords. The World and the Queen of Swords. Done. 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 I mean, that says it all. They're finished with this Queen of Swords energy, and it loops us right back to where we started. That cycle has to close. And look, 7 of Pentacles with the 3 of Swords. They're exhausted from waiting, exhausted from sitting in heartbreak, and honestly just sick of being apart from their Empress. That longing is pushing them to finally act. It's actually kind of wild that the World and Queen of Swords came back around for this clarification. It's Spirit's way of underlining the point. That Page of Swords isn't idle. It's studying, observing, figuring out the exit plan. With the World card in the traditional deck, you see that laurel wreath, victory, completion, triumph. And that's what they're aiming for. Closing one cycle and stepping into the next, no matter how much conflict it takes to get there. What about the 5 of Cups with the 4 of Cups? Yeah, this person's been sitting in that energy, just kind of staring at it like, I haven't done anything, and if I keep doing nothing, this is never going to go anywhere. They're realizing they can't keep ignoring it anymore, and that's exactly why this cycle is coming to a close. They've been afraid of the conflict it's going to cause, but at the same time, they're starting to feel this coldness build inside of them. And that's why they're showing up as the King of Swords. They're not embodying that energy toward you, but toward the other person. It's almost like they're starting to mirror that Queen of Swords energy that they've been stuck dealing with, but now it's serving as a weapon for them instead of against them. This experience is actually changing them as a person, toughening them up. If they were passive before, not anymore. They've had enough, because honestly, no one wants to sit in the 5 of Cups and 4 of Cups forever. That emptiness, that regret, that nothing's moving energy, it's pushing them to take action. And here comes the 7 of Wands with the 7 of Swords. That tells me there's 2 layers to this. 1, there's a strategy, and 2, they're preparing to stand their ground and fight for themselves. They're done just rolling over, and let me tell you, you've been the inspiration for this shift. You've shown them what's possible, and that's why they're finally standing up. Also, the tower is falling because they tried to hide this connection, to pretend they could just sit in what they already had. But deep down, they've always known they couldn't. That's why in the hidden energy, we see them closing out that cycle with the other person. So, whoever this message is reaching, know that your person is in the middle of that process right now. Why is the 5 of Wands here? 7 of Cups with the Hierophant. Again, same repeating message. It just keeps showing itself. This person is staring at their options, weighing everything out, and they know full well it's going to stir up conflict, but at this point, they honestly don't care anymore. 10 of Pentacles at the bottom, Ace of Pentacles, 5 of Swords, 4 of Swords. This tells me they've reached that place where money, material stability, or status no longer holds them the way it once did. In the past, that stuff had a grip on them. They were short-sighted, clinging to security, and that's what kept them stuck in this endless cycle of 5 of Swords, 4 of Swords. Games, stalemates, silence. But now, they're healing from that mindset. They're detaching from the illusion that wealth or image equaled happiness. This really does feel like the same energy from yesterday's reading, that whole perspective shift, that upgrade in belief. Page of Swords with Judgment, it's that light bulb moment. They're looking back like, damn, I see it now. My inaction, my indecision, it's what chained me here. It's what's turned me cold, detached, sitting in this King of Swords energy. And honestly, there's anger in it. A lot of them are mad, not just at themselves, but at the world, at the circumstances, for the choices they made and where those choices landed them. Page of Swords, Judgment, and then the world. This is that full circle. This is closing out a chapter for good. Whoever this is, they're not just thinking anymore. They're actively planning, making moves, trying to figure out their way out of that Queen of Swords energy they've been bound to. It feels like someone's finally breaking a contract, a cycle, or a role they were forced into, and they're stepping into something completely new. So what's their next move towards the collective? Let's take a look. We've got the 3 of Pentacles and the 6 of Swords, which tells me they're in the process of navigating away from another situation, wrapping that up, and shifting their energy. At the bottom of the deck, we've got the Six of Wands paired with the Eight of Swords. So here's the thing. Once they break free from what's been keeping them stuck, they're coming forward for a real conversation with you. I don't know exactly who this is for, but what's showing up is that they've got a plan, and this time they're serious about putting it into action. They're done, they're fed up, they're exhausted with the old cycle. For some of them, yes, kids or family responsibilities were the reason they held on for so long, but now they're starting to see it differently. They're realizing that everyone involved may actually be better off if they follow through with this change. It feels like this person is moving from thinking about it to doing something about it, stepping away from what isn't working anymore, so they can step towards you. Wow, collective. I don't know. We're just going to keep following this story because it really does not want to stop coming through. The energy keeps pushing, and I'm telling you, there is definite movement happening behind the scenes. Things are shifting, action is being taken, even if you can't quite see it yet. It feels like we're building toward that big climax, like the point where everything finally comes to a head. I'll be curious to see the timing on this, but I keep getting the nudge that something really significant could unfold around Leo season. It just keeps showing up in my personals and in these collective pulls. So, stay tuned, my loves, because this story is far from over. I'm going to leave this one here for now. Let me know down below if this resonated with you today. And as always, if you enjoy the readings, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Sending you all love, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.